today when I'm looking at baby bunnies, because that's what we're going to do today is, oh my God, I have so many baby bunnies, you guys. I have how many litters? Oh my gosh, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 litters. And I did the most craziest thing. I bred 8 more girls. And there's 1 more I need to breed. Actually 2, but Nestle Fluff, she didn't do so well with her litter. I had her with date night with Kahlua. He was a chocolate boy. And she gave me a litter, but most of them died. And then I had another mom. She was the most red chestnut that I've ever seen. She was so red, I was going to dare to call her a copper. And I didn't think she had any babies. She kept just sitting in her nest box. And I finally got around. I said, honey, I got to change your nest box. And she was sitting on a whole litter of babies, and she and those babies died. I just cried. So this whole having babies thing is highly emotional. I get ecstatic, and then I want to cry, and I go back and forth. Yeah. So I mourn her passing, bless her heart. She was a beautiful girl. And we're celebrating the babies that we do have. And I have a slew of them here. We'll take a look at them here in just a minute. You're going to have to bear with me because I am going to go over some announcements. We have formally closed the doors to, well, kind of, there's still a crack open, to the village elders. You've heard me talk about it a little bit. And I'm really excited. We have a core group of people, and if you want to join in at any time, you're more than welcome. If you want to learn more about it, I have a blog post. So if you go to my Sinfully Soft website under rabbits, the 4th tab over, click on rabbits, and I think it's the 3rd one down, Colored Giant Village. Click on that tab, and then you'll find a link that takes you to a blog that describes everything about the village elders. Yeah, and it just goes into a little more description on defining what's a village elder versus the whole Colored Giant Village. In a nutshell, the village is everybody, anybody and everybody. And the village elders has sounding like you're old or you've been around the block for a while. That is not necessarily the case. What it does mean is that you're willing to get down and roll your sleeves up and let's start having babies. Let's work on the CODs together. This is a working group. So yeah, if you want to learn more about it, if you want to join up, it's not too late. It's never too late. I cannot do this COD alone. And the future CODs, they can't either. They need a solid team. They need the community. So here we go. That's what the village elders and the giant village is all about. So it's not too late. And I need to stand up for this because I'm not going to mess around with my phone. Have you seen this new t-shirt? Oh my gosh. I put out a quick note to some of my village elders saying that I was going to make some t-shirts. We have a family reunion coming up here in a couple of weeks, so I'm doing some t-shirts for them. So as I was doing a bulk order, I offered it up to some of the village elders. So I'm going to be sending some of those off. When I can print them myself and do them in bulk order, it's cheaper for me, cheaper for everybody. So I'm passing that on. So I might do another bulk order in about a month or so. But it's not too late if you want to get one and you're supporting our COD and helping me feed all these giants and all these babies that are going to grow up and eat a lot. Yeah, so on my Sinfully Soft webpage, I am offering this shirt on a discount too, right now, so you can get it. I also have some mats I'm toying with. This is a real hairy one. I should get a clean one to show you. I'm really excited about these. We've done grooming mats for awards, and I've been always looking out for different kinds. And this one, look at that. It's on its head. This is a wine color, and it's heavy duty. Has a little bit more cushion than the other one. It's washable. And the one nice thing about getting these, I have several now, and I can use them on my grooming table. I can pack them up and take them with me to shows, and they're washable. They're machine washable, you guys. So I have 2 or 3, well, more right now, that I can swap out, and I just blow them off, take my little dehair and throw them in the washer with my other barn clothes, and I always have a clean mat to work on when I'm doing my shearing and working on these babies. So anyway, the village elders. The one nice thing, and I'm just amazed with myself, I'm pretty clever. I surprised myself when diving into my Sinfully Soft website. I've been making a bunch of modifications, and I've made a page that's only available to the village elders, and that's going to be a special classified ads section where we can post things for ourselves. And the way I'm going to use that is all of these babies that I'm going to show you. I think out of all of them, I think I only have 2 Chocolate Agoutis so far. So cross your fingers, I have more coming. Oh my God, I have 8 more girls that I bred. Many of them are Chocolate Agoutis. So, and I only use Chocolate Agouti bucks. So if they don't appear to be Chocolate Agouti, at least they might have that in their background. Oh my gosh. I need 8 Chocolate Agoutis, if all goes well, with the paperwork that I submitted with my COD. By this October, at this coming up convention, I need 8 Chocolate Agoutis. So cross your fingers for me and let's root, because I might be reaching out to you to help bring some Chocolate Agoutis to convention. You know how these moms can be. Oh my gosh. This is stressful just thinking about it. Holy cannoli. Anywho, as we're working on this, we have been talking about color genetics. In one of my last lives, I was doing a bunny evals on some 2-month-olds, and I grabbed one of them that I thought was a fawn. I looked at it closely, and I was so embarrassed. Here it was live. It's actually a Chocolate Agouti. And I'm like, holy cannoli, how in the world did that happen? I was not paying attention. That's how that happened. Well, I'm paying attention now, so I've got to ramp myself up. When I first started with my chestnut program, I thought, oh no, this is silly. It's like, oh, how hard can that be? It's all dominant genes. My whites were all recessive. You breed a white to a white, you're always going to get a white. And I thought, well, how hard can chestnuts be, right? Wrong. There's a lot to this genetic stuff. So I'm not very good, but I'm learning. And within the village elders, we're learning together. I have a young lady that she and her daughter are going to do a fawn or a red, or maybe both. I don't know, COD. Because her fawns are a deep fawn. And so it's like, how do we write this COD? How do we differentiate between a fawn and a red? Is it just the rufous factor? Well, that's a key player right there, is how much rufous, because that's a building block, right? You keep breeding fawns to fawns, and that rufous is like a multiplier. It keeps getting deeper and deeper, and pretty soon you have, it's not magic, but you will eventually get a really deep fawn. And to complicate things, I think there's 2 different ways genetically behind the scenes you can get a fawn or a red. And I'm not going to dive into that today. That's up. But I am going to put a little teaser. There's been a lot of talk about within the elders group about having Zoom meetings once a month or twice a month. And one, I'm really liking the idea because we really need to start to get to know each other and talking about our CODs and supporting each other and how we can help each other, what we have and what we need to be successful. So I'm thinking once a month we're going to have a laid back, a spinning session. You can knit, whatever, and we're just going to talk bunnies and colored giants and working specifically on getting to know each other and having fun with this too. And then there's another piece with this color genetic stuff. Oh my God. So I'm dabbling with the idea of having 2 Zooms a month, where one will be just the village elders. I'll record both of them, and the village elders video I can post so it's on a safe place that's only available to future village elders to view. Yeah. And then the other one is going to be open to the public. I don't think it's going to be on YouTube. What I think I'm going to do is save it, and it's going to be under the Academy. What I'd like to do is invite guest speakers to give a 10-15 minute spiel on bite-sized portions on this genetic code stuff. We have the A, B, C, D, and then we are getting into the E's, which is the non-extension, which, yeah, I won't go into a lot of detail here today. And then the W's. Oh my gosh, how that affects the fawns and the reds and the agoutis, everything. So, yeah, I think if we could have a guest speaker, I'm going to be working on that once a month. Open it up to the public. You can register, and then we'll save the videos under the Academy. I think it's going to be cool. Yeah. So I did write up a little blog post on the non-extensions. I've heard in the past, and for some reason my light bulb just didn't go off until recently, on people would tell me that a fawn is actually an agouti, and I'm like, oh, that doesn't make sense. Well, diving into it, Grandma used to say, it's like the best way to learn something is to teach it. Not that I'm teaching this, but I'm trying to help get out the information and get us talking about it. So what is the non-extension gene? What is specifically in the chocolate agoutis and the fawns? How do they work together? Why are they different? Why are they the same? Well, in a nutshell, fawns are an agouti. With the non-extension, now that's the little e at the end of the genetic code. If you have a non-extension, that removes the stronger colors. Yeah, so it weakens that. Well, weakens, is that the right term? No, that's not the right term. It changes how that darker colors are expressed, and it removes it. So you don't see those rings. All you see is that orange, red, fawn glow to the fur. But it is agouti behind there. That's interesting. And the fawns can come either black-based, or when they talk genetics, chocolate is a brown. That's the same thing. Yeah, so it's kind of interesting. And then there's the whole wide band. Holy cow. We're not even going to go in there. But a few days ago, I did write a blog on what is a non-extension agouti. And there's a link in my blog where you can see a PDF and download it. And it helped me. I kind of sink it in, and my light bulb finally went off. It's like, oh my gosh, non-extension. That isn't that complicated. And I think the key is when you're learning the genetics is taking little bits at a time, chewing on it. It's kind of like when you go into the restaurant and you order this cheeseburger, and they give you this humongous cheeseburger that's as big as your plate. And then you just like, oh my God, I can't eat it. And you push it away. That's kind of what I did with the genetic codes. It seems overwhelming. You're talking wideband, non-extension, ABs. Oh yeah. It's like, but it's dilute, but it's not, but it is. But what I did is, instead of just pushing that plate away, I'm taking my knife and fork and I'm tearing away at that cheeseburger and make it into bite-sized pieces so I can enjoy that cheeseburger and learn to love it. I'm learning. I don't know if I'll ever love genetics, but I'm learning it. And if you want to jump on the bandwagon, stay tuned because there's going to be more coming. And I think we're going to have fun with this. Yeah, so more will be posted later. And also, I have been working on this for months. This is, there's several things. This is my next video I'm going to post. It won't be live. It'll be edited. So it'll have nice little, I don't know. It'll be pretty cool. But pricing your Angora handspun yarns with confidence. What a title. I like that. Yeah, I will share my method on help you determine your fair price, one that respects your time, your skill, your materials, your animals, and your customers. I have heard so much online and from several people. They have this formula and that formula, and there's nothing wrong with those. Nothing at all. Well, there is one big thing that I disagree with, is giving it away and working for free. If you just want to hand spin and have fun with it, that's one thing. But if you want to sell it at a market, that's a totally different ball of wax. Yeah. And if you undercut yourself, you're undercutting everybody in the industry. And you're cheating your customers. You really are. So I'm going to put out a challenge to you. This is going to be mind-blowing. It's a 3-step method. And I have real-life examples in here that I'm going to explain on how I price my hand spun. And the whole takeaway from this video that I'm going to do is, I'm not telling you how to price your hand spun, but I'm going to blow your mind on how easy it is to actually come up with a formula where you can make your own formulas and price your yarns fairly. Because face it, our Angoras are a luxury fiber. They are, it's not like a sheep. You can shear a whole sheep, get what, 10, 12 pounds of wool off of that in a matter of 15 minutes. Yeah, there's a lot of work that goes into scouring it, cleaning it, and then the whole fiber processing of it, right? Well, they get 11 pounds on a rabbit. That's yeah, several years. And they're wiggly little things. And you can't always use the baby fiber. And there's all things that go into that. And it is so, so precious, so soft, and so luxurious. It is prime. So for us to be giving it away and working ourselves for free, or near free, it breaks my heart. It really does. Yeah, so I'm going to post this, and I would really love your feedback. I think it'll open some eyes. Breaking through this, it really has for me. And did you know, this is the last little bit, I am trying to make some Angora cards, an Angora deck of cards. I'm calling it the royalty deck. Because to me, the Angoras are just royalty. Of all the rabbits out there, they're the most precious. They just know they're special. And so I've been dabbling with several different designs for quite a while, and it just stuck with me. And I'm going to do it. And I found Kickstarter. So the way the Kickstarter works is if it's for other entrepreneurs like myself, I figured out it was going to cost me to have them professionally printed about $2,500 to make 100 decks of cards. The more decks you make, the less it is per deck. But I wanted to be realistic, and I wanted some real deck of cards for convention for this coming October. So I think it's doable. I've raised over $2,000 so far. And the beauty of it is on this Kickstarter, you guys, if I don't make my goal of $2,500 to do this thing, because I calculated how much it's going to cost for the printer, for all the extra little goodies, because on the different levels of supporters, they get different numbers of decks. You can get one for you and one to save for later, or you can get 4, 6, or 10. There's even t-shirts. Those are going to be awesome. And then, oh my gosh, little bookmarks and stickers galore. So I've got all those little things calculated, the shipping, the taxes, all that fun, not so fun stuff, but things that it does cost to put something like this on. And if I don't make the $2,500, that's my goal, to make 100 decks. I'm just not going to make them. Nobody's charged. You're not out any money. So if you haven't pledged yet, get on to Sinfully Soft. It's right on my homepage, a direct link to my Kickstarter. You can watch me, see if I'm going to make it. I only have like 30 more days. Oh my gosh, I'm almost there. So help me get over that last hump, you guys, and tell all their friends. This is going to be a collector's item, because I'm not going to do this again. I don't think. It's pretty awesome. Shall we look at some baby bunnies? That's what I want to do. Holy cow. I have the 3 litters that we reviewed. We looked at last Wednesday. So they're a little over a week old. Plus Nestle Fluff. She had the one. So I gave that one only little kit. I moved it over to another batch. Too desirable, because she only had 5. And then I did move Vision of Love. She had 9. My gosh, she's such a good mama. And I moved 3 of those over to Petunia, because Petunia only had 2. So I was kind of leveling out the playing field a little bit. So bear with me. I'm going to move my little phone here. And I'm going to show you some baby bunnies. So Vision of Love, we had 9, and 3 of her little chestnuts went over here to join Petunias. So we had 3 more chestnuts. And they're all looking really good. Oh my gosh. Yep. And here's one of my Chocolate Agoutis. Oh, nice. Looks like a cream colored belly. Last week you were naked. He's getting some fur on him now. A whole week old. By next week, when we show these guys, they'll have their eyes open. That's when they really get cute. Oh my goodness. And then we have, yep. And then we have this little fawn. Yep. Has a white belly. I'm pretty sure it's going to be a fawn. Yes. Has the white inside the ears. You guys are precious. Oh my gosh. Now let's look at this other box. Who do I have in here? I have more babies. Oh my gosh. Look at all these. I have Desirable. And the one that came from Nestle Fluff. I need to get out my tattoo. I have a Solid Chocolate. Look how fat that boy is. I can't call it a boy because I don't know yet. But see how the ears are solid colored? They're dark. So we know this is a solid, oh, nice solid belly. And they're about a week old too. And what's really exciting is I'm not seeing any white spotting on the nose or the forehead. I used to get that a lot. And I'm not seeing any of that. So that's pretty exciting. So here's the chestnut. Oh, fat chestnut. You are so fat. And another fat chestnut. I know you. You're not quite as big as that other guy, but you're not no slacker either. Then we have two white ones. This is exciting. More white. You guys have been a minority or non-existent until last week. In my barn, we had all colors. Not anymore, because we got whites. And then this one is my other Chocolate Agouti. Yes. A light colored belly, light colored ears. Oh. God, that cable. They look about the same. I better be careful so I don't get them mixed up. My husband was warning me about that today before he left. It's like, don't get those babies mixed up. And they all look the same. Holy cow. And Dahlia, she's one of my older girls. How old is she anyway? I've tried to breed her, but not very hard. Oh my goodness. She's 2 years old. She's 2 years old. And she's like a grand champion. Oh my God. She's a really good girl. I can't tell you. How many legs did she have? Dahlia. 28 legs. Oh my God. She just so many best of breeds. And her mama is Sweet Thing, I believe. Nope. That's not her mom. Somebody else is her mom. Dahlia. I think she was related to Sweet Thing somehow. Is that her sister? I'm going to have to look that up. Oh, you guys are so precious. Oh my God. Yes, more chestnuts. More chestnuts. And in the bottom of this pile, one little white. One little white. One little white. Now this is interesting. Desirable. There's 2 days difference in these guys. But look how white that white is and how much bigger that is. But this one will catch up. I know it will. Because it has a nice big fat belly. You're not hurting. You're not slacking. There's a little bunny pile in there. Oh my god. You guys are doing so good. Okay, we're gonna move you over here. And Cream Puff is a fawn girl. Didn't give me a single fawn, not a single chocolate agouti. Oh, chestnuts. Look at you. Well, and 2 whites. And your bellies aren't quite near as fat as your cousins. But we'll give you back to Mama here shortly so she can fix that because they're hungry. They're hungry. Yeah, so how many chestnuts do I have here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 chestnuts. And 2 white. I'm going to write this down. Is that right? 6 and 2. Yep. 8. I am so excited. Oh my gosh. You guys. Oh, yeah. So we have only 2 chocolate agoutis out of this batch. This is just insane. But I'm not done yet. We just finished up breeding 8 more girls. And then I found another little black girl that's like, oh, girly. We can't leave you out of this fun. I was going to breed her and Nestle Fluff again, but I think Nestle will take a month or 2 off. She's just awfully thin. Yeah. She was just a nervous Nelly. I don't know. So she just needs to relax and gain a little bit more weight, get her condition in, and then we'll breed her again. I think these other girls can help pull some weight. So cross your fingers. We're going to have more chocolate agoutis. Oh my god. You guys. Anyway, that's all I have today. So I think on my homework, between all this other fun stuff we got going on, I am going to practice some more on my setup for my lives. I want to feel more confident when we get these things going. Yeah. So if you want to participate and help create our weight chart for Giant Angoras, that is on Sinfully Soft too. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. And it is on the same page. If you go over to rabbits, I think it's the 3rd one down, called the colored, what do we call that? Colored Giant Village. Yep. There are several things on that page where we talk about the village elders and how to learn more about that. Yeah. A link to the Angora Discord. I haven't been on Discord here for a few days. More than a few days. I've been wrapping up loose ends, getting the final stuff done from nationals. What a whirlwind. And we have a newsletter coming up that we've had to publish. I have one more little ditty that I need to do today, and then that should all be done, hopefully. And I can focus more on this stuff. Yes. Playing with baby bunnies. How precious is that? Oh, you guys are so cute. Yes. I am so excited. Anyway, you guys, it's almost 11 o'clock. How did I waste almost an hour? It's not a waste. We had fun. I had fun. I'll go live again next week. And I am going to do my very best to have the equipment working, limit the number of surprises, and we might even take a sneak peek at baby bunnies again. Holy cow. Because we're going to be swimming in them. These guys are precious. All right, guys. You have a great day, and we'll see you next week.